And here's the blessing and the cursing of temptation. The blessing of temptation is that we don't always suffer consequences immediately when we sin. That's the blessing. But it's also a curse too. Because a lot of times, because we don't feel the consequences of our sin, we keep doing it. It's like Ecclesiastes 8:11 says, when people don't suffer punishment for their crimes, they're bent on doing wrong. It's just like, it ain't true what people saying. I got away with it, so what you saying? It's like people, when you go fishing, anybody that goes fishing, when you try to catch a fish, it's very deceptive because you have to make the fish think you're trying to help them. Like, I'm just trying to give you something to eat. When really, I'm trying to eat you. So you put the bait in the water and the fish says, oh, here comes dinner. Every now and then, maybe a fish won't take the whole bait. Fish just nibble on it, take a little something off, take a little piece of it, and you feel it on your line, but then it's gone. I'm saying that's a fish. That fish just hit the bait and left it. I said it just hit it. I said he just hit it, and then he quit it. He swam away and said, I ain't catch nothing. I ain't got to get penicillin for an STD. The condom worked. She takes her test, says the pregnancy test came out negative. We good. And so because I didn't have any consequences, I'm going to go hit it again. You should see your faces. If that fish knew that behind that bait was a hook, and behind that hook was a line, and behind that line was a pole, and beside the pole was a reel, spinning the reel was a fat man, behind the fat man was a frying pan, it wouldn't even nibble. Somebody say, look at somebody say, it's a trap. It's all a trap. Here's what God wants for Christians. What God wants us to experience is the anxiety that comes with pending consequences. If you ever do something wrong, you'd be like, oh man, this is going to mess me up. This is going to mess up my life. This is going to mess up. I blew it. I'm going to get caught. All of that anxiety, that's called a crisis. That crisis is meant to purify us. The pending consequences, the ominous consequences that might come, that crisis was intended to purify us so that we wouldn't do it again. The problem is, it's not that we don't have a crisis. We get comfortable in the crisis. We get comfortable living like that. Oh, man, I just missed it, just missed it, just missed it. Are you serious? Like that stress alone should make us stop. But the pleasure, the drug and the pleasure that we get from the sin overwhelms the crisis that we get from the pending consequences. Do y'all understand what I'm saying?